Hi everybody, Zach here, joined by Cire. We're back for the second time today, this time doing some hobbying. And we do remind you, if you're watching this for the first time, if you're watching it after the fact, please do consider giving us a like, a subscribe, and also, if you're super brave, turning on an alert, which will let you know anytime we do anything. So
which is a lot.
Which is a lot, so it'll be really annoying for you, but maybe worth it. We kind of think it is. So. Yeah. Now, let's jump in with one more promotion real quick before we get down to today's business, which is kind of exciting.
Yes.
We're excited to get started on things, but also promo exciting.
Boom.
All right. Talk to us. What's going on?
All right. I am promoing my thing here. I'm calling the Banners of Chaos. Look, 4th edition's right around the corner. And I've got a Slaves to Darkness army to paint up. If you haven't been following the channel, you're new to this, I'm doing a Dark Bretonnia, Chaos Bretonnia Armia. Armia? What is that?
Armia.
Armia.
You got it.
Army.
Yeah.
Basically, every model in this army, at least all the cavalry, is going to be a unique model in the same vein that a Bretonnian army might have unique heraldry for each cavalry unit, or each cavalry model.
Yeah.
Each one is going to be blessed by a separate dark god or separate power, or they're tapping into different things, right? You know, new warp powers.
Yep.
So, if you have a warband, Chaos Warband, Slaves to Darkness, Baggett, Kin of Energo, whatever, it doesn't matter.
Even 40K.
Even 40K. If I can turn it, tell me a little bit of lore about your Slaves to Darkness or whatever Chaos Warband.
Yeah.
Maybe tell me like kind of what they look like.
Yeah.
And I'll paint it and add it to our army.
Yeah. Now, for now, we actually are going to be creating a channel in our Discord
soon. Yes.
To accomplish this, the best thing you can do is leave a comment either under this, but I think even better is probably join our Discord.
Yes.
There's a link here. Join our Discord. And leave it even in the hobby.
Age of Sigmar, yeah. Either Age of Sigmar, just tag me at Cire.
Just tag Cire either in the AOS or in, there's a hobby chat.
Yeah.
General, like, not our general chat, although that's fine too. We'll create a... We'll create a channel.
We'll create a separate channel after the stream.
Yeah, yeah. And so, but if you have to get it off your chest now, which you should, if you have the idea, let us know. And I think it'd be fun to be able to look at your army and be like, oh, this is from this community member, and we can see how he did his army, and we can see this Varangard that you have.
Or if you turn into our AOS streams, you'll be like, hey, look, that's my guy who just got murked.
Yeah, exactly.
Really fun.
Yeah. So, sure, Soups, that would be amazing.
Channel, yeah, hey, look, Soups, right on top of it.
Thank you, Soups.
I was supposed to ask you before the stream, but I forgot.
Yeah, we appreciate it.
Yes.
So, please, if you've got a Chaos Warband and you think you have a particularly cool job, I know we have people who fit that description.
Yeah,
Liberty Fires.
Yeah, Liberty, come on. Let us know.
I know. Yeah, so whatever you've got, send it Cire's way, and
yeah, we'll paint it up. If we like it, if I really like it, I'll make it a Varangard.
Yeah,
fun.
Okay, should we show off what how far we've gone here today?
Yes, we're doing something not at all related to Knights or Chaos for that matter.
Yeah, so Cire and I, for 4th edition, are prepping a new board. We asked our mandrills to vote on a theme for the board. We presented 4 ideas. We were pretty excited about all 4 of them, to be honest.
Yes.
And the one that won was a Gloomspite Gitz mushroom farm
slash
brewery distillery, where they make their mushroom beer that they peddle throughout the mortal realms, actually. So we are starting work on that today. Now, what you see here, there's actually a link underneath of this video that shows where I got these from. They're from Printable Scenery. They're from the Etsy store over there. And these, believe it or not, these are actually going to be part of the forests we make.
Yes.
We might also use these as scatter. And these are really the bush-size mushrooms.
Yeah, these are, let's see, we don't have a model nearby, but here's a bit of paint.
Yeah. So they're pretty big. The trees that we bought are even bigger.
Yeah, they're huge.
We've got 3 of these today. There's one in Cire's hand. That's the one we started working on.
Here is an unpainted
and
one.
And then we have
partially painted
We have other ones here that have basically just been base coated. Cire and I are each going to work on this. I'm going to be keeping an eye on him today because I do want these to match.
Yes.
And so I'm going to be kind of like keeping an eye on him, seeing his level, making sure I'm not dry brushing too much more opaquely than him, etc., etc.
Yes.
Normally, I kind of hate this. My preference is, we've talked about this before, normally my preference is like, I do one step, you do another step.
Yeah, so that you can get consistency across.
But I actually want to challenge myself today to match exactly your consistency and the consistency of the first one we did.
All right. Well, your first step is going to be, you're going to grab this here, AK Pastel Blue.
Yeah, I wonder if you would do me a solid also and grab me that mug because all my dry brushes are over there, I'm realizing. Do you need any dry brushes?
No, we can share.
Okay.
Yeah. I have a big one and a small one. I guess it doesn't matter. This might be more efficient.
I'm just going to keep it over here, but if you need any, let me know.
Yeah. So grab a big old dry brush.
Yep.
And a dry palette, Squad Marks.
Squad Marks
Guys,
dry
Squad
palette.
Marks.
Get your Squad Marks and Squad Marks dry palette at squadmarks.com.
Yeah, and make sure you use our affiliate or whatever.
Yeah.
You're going to grab this pastel blue. A little on your dry palette. Work this pastel blue. Ooh, let me get on camera here.
Immediately. Remember, I was like,
well, I'm not. Give me a break here. I wasn't expecting a dry palette so early. So you're gonna work the bristles in, or work this into the bristles. What am I talking about?
yeah, it's a lot of weird.
Sorry, Zach made me a mini margarita before.
We often do a pre-show shot, and it was like a little, not too weak.
Not terribly weak.
Not terribly weak.
And you're just gonna buff these. Buffing is like dry brushing, but you make little circles, little circular movements, right?
Okay, and we're doing the stalks.
Doing the stalks. We're gonna end up doing pretty much the entire thing, but we're gonna focus on the stalks first.
I like this. I like the concept that there's an area to focus on right out of the gate. Yeah.
Focusing on the stalks. We're just trying to get these nice folds out. I don't know. Is there a scientific name for the folds in a mushroom?
I'm sure there is, but I don't know it.
Chat, if
no
you know,
might know it.
Oh, no might actually. No, if you're in the chat, let us know the name.
He's there.
Oh no, counting on you. If you don't know offhand, I'm counting on you to go to Wikipedia or Google. Don't use Google now because Google sucks with its AI now. I don't know. I don't know if you've seen.
No, they're doing that too.
Yeah, it's sometimes not great. Flavor flaps. That sounds accurate.
That's definitely not it.
That's the Google AI answer.
Yeah, probably. Gills.
All right.
That makes sense. We do want to remind folks to give us a love and a subscribe. Send us a super chat. We love answering questions. We appreciate the support. We've been doing a lot around here recently. A lot of changes, a lot of and good changes.
Yeah, good changes.
And we've been doing a lot of prepping for 4th Ed Sigmar.
So exciting.
We just sort of came down from a period where we had like an event constantly, and I even am going to do
that time period is not over for you.
Not over. So this summer, actually, I feel like almost every other week yes, yeah. I feel like I'm leaving almost every other week this summer for something. We're excited. We're also having our mod Vino, Prime Vino. Thank you, Soups, by the way. Thank you for yet more help from you and more support. We appreciate it.
Look at this guy making channels, subscribing,
making members. Yeah, we appreciate
Robin,
it.
congrats on your ascension to member.
Yeah. All right, now I'm going to check mine compared to yours. Now, this one has had the blue.
Yes, so it's going to be a little bit more difficult.
Well, no, it's had the. Sorry, I was saying it's had the blue.
Airbrush.
Yeah.
So it's going to be hard to compare.
But more to the top, right?
Yeah.
You didn't really
it's definitely more the
I
under.
I think I got it here.
It's more towards the underside of the.
Right.
The head of the mushroom.
Mm-hmm.
Is where we're getting the flavor flaps are more.
Yeah. Folks, also, we have a poll. I asked, where do you like eating your mushrooms? Now, we also want to give a heads up. It hasn't come up yet, and I think a lot of people who had a fear of mushrooms might not even join the stream. But let's just be honest. There is a fear of mushrooms. Megan and I actually knew a person where we met who had a very strong fear of mushrooms, and it was a real deal. So if you're grossed out or freaked out by mushroom stuff, we're going to be showing some weird mushrooms in a little bit, like really soon, like in a few minutes. So heads up, if you're one of those people who is like a little weirded out by mushrooms.
You don't mess with mushrooms.
Yeah, then heads up because some weird mushroom stuff is coming for you very soon. In fact, should we jump in and do this?
Let me just finish this up real quick because I need to be able to look at these.
Yeah, should I be dry brushing the top now?
You can jump to it, yes.
Okay. And it's all over. It's not just the bulbs, right?
Nope.
We're kind of hitting everything, right?
Yeah, you want to make sure you're getting all the... Here, maybe you can come back to me.
Yeah.
There's a lot of texture on top of these. You know what? It almost looks like a texture palette.
Yeah, it does, actually.
We're going to be hitting all of these little bits of texture. Here, I'll even show you. You want to focus it on the edges, though, more than anything.
Right,
Much heavier around the what is it, the circumference of the mushroom head.
Yeah, good call out.
So you want to get the whole thing. You want to get all that texture showing, but heavier emphasis on the edges.
Okay. All right. So I have a number of mushrooms here that we want to take a look at, and we're gonna actually S tier rank Mother Nature here.
Yeah.
We're gonna S tier rank mushrooms, and that said, I have to be honest. A lot of them are very cool. So I'm kind of curious. For me, I think a lot of these are. It's hard for. I picked cool ones also. I didn't pick boring ones. So like.
I feel like you should have added a boring one in there.
I know. I maybe should have, but I feel like they're gonna all be hanging around A and S. Maybe we get a B. I'm not sure. Okay.
All right, is it time?
It's time. Let's chat some mushrooms. Okay. So, here we go. This guy,
starting off horrible.
Right out of the gate is maybe one of the craziest ones imaginable. This is called, colloquially, a bleeding tooth mushroom. These are found actually in North America. And I'm going to be honest with you. I was with Megan. She probably doesn't remember this. And our friend Giselle on a hike. And we actually did see this one time. Giselle found it. We did stumble upon one of these once.
Is that one of those situations where you're walking through and you're like, oh God, I just found a dead body. What do I do?
So she had known what it was. And it's supposed to smell. The one we found didn't smell too bad. But here it is. So
smell like what?
I think this one's, most of them end up smelling like rotten meat.
Oh, okay. So it looks like rotten meat and smells like rotten meat. Got it.
Yeah, a number of these do smell like rotten meat. We're gonna learn about that a little bit more later. And the reason for mushrooms smelling like rotten meat apparently is they want to discourage an animal from just coming along and scarfing it down. Mm-hmm. But they want to encourage things like flies. That's like, I guess, kind of a thing.
Hopefully no vultures show up, so.
Yeah, I know.
Screw
well,
the whole damn thing up.
I know. I guess they're in the forest. I don't know. Anyway, okay.
Horrible.
Right out of the gate, pretty intense.
Looks like a spider face. Hate it.
Let's move on. Okay, now this guy is a classic.
Classic.
It's named. People call this a toadstool. A toadstool is a family of mushrooms. This is called a fly agaric.
Okay.
And it's kind of like, if you look it up on Wikipedia, it's in pop culture section is the most of any other mushroom. It's a very trendy mushroom.
It's a popular mushroom.
It's the mushroom of all mushrooms. When you're like, what's a mushroom look like? For whatever reason,
it's the canonical mushroom.
It's the canonical mushroom. It's the poster boy.
Yeah.
Very poisonous. However, you actually not as poisonous as people say it is.
Truly.
Usually not fatal to adults if you eat it, and you can cook it enough to make it edible, which is a thing that people all over the world do. And this thing basically lives. Its span of where it lives is pretty much the northern hemisphere. Like it's in Italy. I mean, yeah, it's in Italy. It's in all of Europe. I don't know why I said Italy first. They cook there a lot, I guess. It's in Europe. It's in Asia. It's in North America. It's kind of like got the same range as like a raven or a crow.
Okay, so it's just everywhere.
It's everywhere. Yeah, I'm sure there's subspecies. I'm sure it differs a little bit. But
now this is not the Mario mushroom, right?
This is the Mario mushroom.
It is the Mario mushroom.
This is the Mario mushroom.
So.
Yeah. I got kind of a weird picture where there's one on the left has like no dots on it for some reason in a big patch, but I don't know if they've been knocked off or how that works, but there they are.
I'm so sick of these poster boy mushrooms, like the Stormcast or Ultramarines.
Yeah, they are this Ultramarines or Stormcast. Okay, this thing is called a parrot wax cap. Listen, I'll be honest with you. I actually I got a lot of my information off of one of the last honest places on the internet, Wikipedia, because you were like, that's got to be AI. You kept thinking,
I think it's the next one that I thought was AI. But honestly, this looks fake too.
More than a few of these, yeah. So this is the parrot wax cap. I actually didn't do a lot of reading up on this one, but there it is. Pretty cool.
It is pretty cool. It made me question, and I'm probably going to sound like an idiot here. Are there underwater mushrooms? Because I know they need like moist environments.
That is a good question, and I don't think you do sound like an idiot. I actually have never really thought about that either.
Is there such thing as underwater mushrooms? Who knows?
Interesting. Okay, maybe Noam knows the answer. We're making him our resident
mushroom guy.
mycologist, I think it's called.
Yes.
Okay, here is a
very normal looking.
Yeah, totally normal here. Nothing to snicker about here.
Nope.
The common stinkhorn also smells like rotten meat. Famous for its rotten meat smell. Absolutely does not look like a penis coming out of a vagina.
It doesn't look like that.
Doesn't look like a penis.
Why would you?
Doesn't look like both human sex organs in the same.
Only a sicko.
Reversed in some kind of bizarre, weird Salvador Dali backwards penis coming out of vagina concept. But there it is, the common stinkhorn.
Horrible.
We're gonna dive.
I hate it.
We're gonna dive a little deeper on the common stinkhorn in a minute.
Hey.
Also fake looking, almost, right?
Look at this. Look at these. What a ripoff.
Why are they a ripoff?
We thought of purple mushrooms before we see this picture.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, this is called a amethyst deceiver.
Deceiver?
Deceiver. Yeah.
Okay.
They have some.
Don't trust these mushrooms.
They have some screwed up names. There's one called like a angel destroyer or destroying angel. Yeah.
Oh, Angron. Okay, got it.
Yeah, they have some weird ones. Oh, Josh. Yeah, good to hear from you. Yes, I will see you this weekend. I saw your name on Small Town Throwdown. I'm excited.
Are all the mushrooms named after Primarchs from 40K?
Yeah, I know, right?
This is Angron the Destroyer.
Yeah. Pretty cool. Kind of wild. Like, if you kind of think about this color purple, you don't really see this in nature.
No.
Like, if you're in a forest and you saw these, I mean, flowers and mushrooms are kind of
like nightshade is the only one in a couple of different flowers.
Right. Okay, very cool. Very cool. Moving on. We got a couple more left here. All right, this one also was. This is the one you thought was fake.
Yes, I thought this was AI.
Yeah, this is called an ink cap mushroom, and essentially what you're watching here is its life cycle ending. It's actually just rotting while it's still up like this, and that's what it does.
Yeah, you say we don't see purple. You don't see pitch black much either in nature.
And it's weird, right? It's almost more freaky. Okay, I'm checking yours. I'm comparing yours to mine, by the way.
Let's get a little comparison here.
Looks like you might have gone a little...
I went a little bit heavier on the edges.
Okay, I can do that.
Yes.
Do you have the pale blue?
Yes.
Yeah. No, Liberty Onion Rings. Thank you for that information. I know Pennsylvania is the top mushroom growing state. When I was in college, I worked as a landscape person, and I didn't do the landscaping part. I did the land scraping part, which means mowing lawns. And when I first started for the summer, Giorgio Mushroom Farm was one of my clients, and so I would go there for about half a day and mow all their area. The mushrooms themselves grow in these giant concrete, actually they're not giant, they're long concrete buildings full of manure, and these bins of manure, and you walk into one and it's just like concrete, like bins, concrete building, probably if there's an earthquake you die.
Good to know.
Yeah, and just full of manure. Weirdly doesn't smell that bad. And with mushrooms growing out of it. Yeah.
Cool. So I'm gonna start some airbrushing just so that when I'm done, we're not stuck.
That's a good call.
But I'll show this on the next when you're done.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Sorry. So you're saying these mushrooms, these ones don't smell like rotting meat?
I can't remember if these ones do or not. Yeah. Okay. This one is called a wrinkled peach mushroom. Yeah, I think that's it. Just wrinkled peach.
I mean, that's what it looks like.
You can see it actually has some relation to the first one because you can actually see its stalk as the red goo coming out of it as well.
Oh God.
Yeah.
They should stop that.
Yeah.
Mushrooms, cut it out.
Yeah. Pretty intense. Okay. I think we have maybe one more, or that might be it. That's all of them. Oh yeah, this guy. This another kind of wild color one. This one is. What was this one actually called? Blue pink gill, actually. No pink on it, but blue pink gill. Maybe eventually the gills turn pink? I don't know.
Sorry, I'm having super deja vu right now.
Yeah.
Have we talked about this mushroom, or did you talk about this mushroom on Hobby Titans?
I don't
Am
know.
I having? Sorry, maybe I'm just having a stroke.
Maybe. I mean, we talked about it like 3 hours ago.
Oh no, that doesn't.
Or no.
I'm having a stroke.
Okay, you're having a stroke. Okay,
That's
cool.
fine. We'll deal with that later. That's probably nothing.
That's fine. That's fine. Medical information. All right, so there we go. Now, before we S tier rank these, I'd like to actually chat about something else, which is a news story I found that I want to talk a little bit about, and we'll get to it here in a minute. So this is a news story I found. Now, if you're wondering, oh, Zach, where did you find this news story?
The last honest place for news.
The last honest place for news, the Daily Mail, UK. Shamelessly phallic mushroom that looks just like a penis. I love the title of this article. I love how they don't let up on this. Found in the UK, and it stinks of rotten meat. I have reader review on here. I don't know if you guys know about the Daily Mail. It's kind of wild. So this was another stinkhorn, and here the Daily Mail is kind of shaming the mushroom.
Don't shame the mushroom.
Shamelessly phallic mushroom. Yeah. Just shameless. Here's what I love about this article. Now, by the way, I will say, I don't know what it is, but somehow we get more access to UK tabloid news than American. Like, National Enquirer, when's the last time you saw anything other than a grocery store?
I don't know if that even exists anymore.
It does. It does. Okay, so this sick old man, there he is with his dog.
Disgusting. What a pervert.
Disgusting, perverted old man found this mushroom, horrible. And I guess decided to tell the frickin' world by calling the Daily Mail and being like, hey, would you guys be interested? I did find a mushroom that looks like a cock in the middle of a park. And they were like, where...
I'm interested.
They were like...
Yes.
Yes, let me call you right back. And when they called him back, it's a whole conference room. And they're like, all right, what's this guy's name?
Mr. Pledger.
Mr. Pledger. All right, Mr. Pledger. And he like opens up a Zoom call, and they're like the whole staff is like looking at him, like all lined up on the table. There's like people in the background, like there's like a whiteboard,
like the war room.
Yeah, it's like a war room. Yeah, and they're like, all right, tell us the exact location of the penis that you found.
The penis mushroom.
And here's another picture of it, not dissimilar from the other pictures we've seen of it, really, just over and over again, same picture. It doesn't do anything. And then here we go, this is my favorite part.
So, I need your exact coordinates.
We need to show a map of where
Shit. Show me the cock mushroom.
We need to have a map. And by the way, I just want to point out that there's a zoom out of the UK itself. Within the UK, this is the general region we're talking about.
Also, why is the UK the size of the entire planet?
Yeah. What is that? I just realized. Oh my God, that's so... that's how the Daily Mail
sees the UK,
understands the world, yeah. That's why this is big
cut
news.
Off parts of Scotland.
That's why this is big news. This is like the Shire. It's like if it's like if you let Pippin run the newspaper. Yeah.
Dear God.
Anyway, I thought this was a great story. Now, I don't know if you guys know this or not, but if you Safari, one of the reasons I like Safari, does Google have a reader view?
Yes,
they do. I assume they wouldn't because they're so serious about, because all the ads that you see cause them to get money. If you take reader view off, wow, Daily Mail's insane. Like, it is absolutely freaking packed with just like
horrible ads.
Horrible ads. There's ads all over on the left. There's ads everywhere. I don't even know how this doesn't crash the stream. Okay, but now it's time to move on to something more serious.
More important,
which is our ranking of the mushrooms here. Speaking of ads, let's get rid of these guys here, because we don't really need them. We don't really need these ads. I guess.
I mean, if you want Xfinity,
it's fine. Xfinity's fine.
It's fine. I don't really like Comcast though.
I can't actually get rid of it. They wised up.
Here,
Here, let me click the X. Oh, wait. Okay, it actually worked. I was like, oh, we just got another one. Peloton. Okay, all right. Well, I guess we're going to have to look at an ad. That's the world we live in. All right.
Speaking of which, like and subscribe to the channel.
Do like and subscribe, yeah, if you like this. Okay, before we get to this, let's come back to this. Rudy has sent a message. And Rudy, we have some mail time with your stuff here in a little bit.
Yes.
So we will get to it. Rudy has sent us a bunch of quite awesome hobby supplies. In the past, it's been trickling in like for 2 weeks. It feels like almost now. Rudy, first of all, thanks for giving the memberships. We always appreciate that.
Yes.
He says, "Hi, Hobby Club fam. Working on some 40K attack bikes while watching the stream as a hobby palette cleanse project. What other projects are planned to complement the mushroom train you're working on?"
So we need to. Do we want to say? I guess we can say.
We do. Well, we should. Yeah, we can say what we're planning. We do have a lot of big plans for the mushroom board, and we're collecting a lot of footage.
Yeah.
We're actually going to be releasing a rather kind of large video down the road that we want to try and see how it does on YouTube.
Yeah.
Where it kind of focuses. Can I pass one to you?
Yeah.
Okay. Is your airbrush guy?
Yes. Listen. It's finally happening.
Yeah.
Trains.
Yeah, there is going to be kind of a train.
Trains on the mushroom board.
Yeah, more of a mine cart.
Yes.
But there will be train tracks.
Train adjacent.
Train adjacent. We're not moving on to full train yet, but we are getting pretty close.
Yes.
Honestly.
The pipeline is.
Or the
train track, if you will, is the railroading is starting.
Yeah, yeah. So the concept for the board, Rudy, is that Gitz grow much. So it is a real thing in the lore where Gloomspite gets build or
switch over to me real quick.
a create mushroom beer that's very popular actually in the realm. More than just Gitz drink it. Ogres drink it, for example, and Gargants even drink it. And it's actually interesting. It's something that endears Gitz to a lot of other factions. And in fact, if you look at allies for most destruction armies, they're not allied with each other. Except for the one that does pop up every now and then is Gloomspite Gitz.
Because they're beer trade.
Yeah, they will. I think they're also probably the least threatening of the destruction factions, right?
Like, what are these guys going to do?
They're surprisingly the most like reasonable, which is pretty insane to think about. Although I guess that's not entirely true. Ogres even are now in Cities of Sigmar. So anyway, divergent. So what we wanted to do is create a board that shows exactly where mushroom beer is made.
Yes.
And then take some interesting spins on what we think are interesting spins on how it's made. And so that's what this board does. And so one of the concepts that we wanted to cover was how do they get mushrooms from elsewhere in the cave to the
distillery,
the actual place where the beer is brewed. And what we came up with, first we said, well, maybe they have carts and like mine carts, and that they push the mine carts out to different regions of the cave, pick all the mushrooms, and fill up the carts. Then we kind of started thinking, well, that's probably what they did, eons ago. But they're goblins, they're clever. So what we decided is that instead they take like manure, probably from squigs.
Yep.
Probably squig poop. They fill carts with squig poop in big heaps, almost like a Dr. Seuss like pile of poop in a cart. And then they send the poop carts out all over the caves.
That's right.
To just sit. And then the mushrooms grow on the poop carts, and then they recall the poop carts. So we will have these carts full of squig manure that is covered in mushrooms. So this is going to be an intricate part of the board. We have some interesting fan interaction stuff planned. I think we can pull it off. We almost shouldn't announce it until we know that we can, but
I'm excited for that stuff.
I think it's going to work. This is better. This makes us really need to accomplish it. We can't give up now. So that's a big one. And then the final kind of element, as mentioned, is going to be the still itself, Rudy, which is also kind of a big part. And then I guess it's also worth saying, sorry, one of the other elements of this board something we want to start doing with more of our board is work in more verticality.
Yes.
Vertical space. This board has a number of kind of like walkway planks elevated above the board.
Yeah. Do we have any of those available? Maybe not.
No, not constructed. Just all I would be showing are the actual balsa wood pieces. But yeah.
It's exciting. And so there's a lot going into this board. That's why it ended up being a mandrel vote, was because it's like, all right, we want to do more than just a basic board that you'd see on like any other battle report. We want to do something special.
We want to do something special, and we want to start kind of glamifying all of our boards and giving them that extra special, dialing it up to 11, so to speak. Okay. Should we go back and by the way, Rudy, thank you, of course, as always. And thank you, Elijah, for your 8-month membership.
Yeah, we need to rank these mushrooms.
Should I add...
Oh, and Liberty. We missed Liberty.
Liberty sent one? Oh, is that Matt Rose? He's asking about the pervert.
Yeah.
The old British perverted man. No, I think Matt Rose would be appalled.
Matt Rose does not abide that.
Anyway, sounds like we have a lot of UK, we know we have a lot of UK support. Sounds like you can maybe go check out the park that once contained the cock mushroom.
Yeah.
There's a map. For some reason, the Daily Mail decided you needed a map.
There's a map if you need it, so...
Imagine being the map guy at the Daily Mail and how many times somebody's like, hey, I need a map. Oh, what's the story? Oh, there's a mushroom shaped like a penis, and I just want a map to show where it is.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, and can you make sure you make the UK the size of, the entire side of a planet?
Yeah, can you have a zoom out, a globe, but instead of having the globe be the globe, just have it be the UK?
But, like, cut off the top.
Like, well, yeah, because the mushroom's down south. We don't need to see Scotland.
Yeah. Sounds good.
He's like, okay.
Have it on my desk by the end of the day.
Cool. Glad I went to map school.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you. So great. Okay, here we go. Let's rank some mushrooms. Now, I think this is gonna be hard for me. So
all right. Should I just go super harsh? Like, we have a small pool. A small pool of mushrooms. I think we have to be.
Whoa, Amazon?
Be very exacting.
Did you guys know about Amazon? Pretty cool. Oh, we got more.
Ooh, is that Assassin's? No.
Tier Ranker, also a hot garbage site, full, just absolutely full. And you can't go to reader view, which is the problem. Oh, thank you, Zonasty, for gifting 5 memberships.
Thanks, Sal.
Yeah, good to hear from you. All right, there, the ad's over. That was great. Thank you.
All right, let's do this.
How can I close these ads? Okay, stop. Why this ad? I don't know. All right.
Why are you doing this, Google? All right.
I'm gonna do this. Here we go.
Bye. Or not.
Oh wait, I'm doing here.
All right, I'm gonna say.
All right, are you ready to
go? We gotta be tough on these.
All right, right out of the gate.
Right out of the gate, purple mushrooms.
Purple mushrooms.
Lame. Who would ever do purple mushrooms?
I like the purple mushroom, but I don't know that it's S tier.
No. It does kind of look like felt or velvet.
Yeah,
which is kind of cool.
Which is kind of cool. I mean, I think I know where I'm going to put it. Keep in mind, these are elite mushrooms.
These are all elite.
These are elite. So, like, they would... I mean, if we had all the mushrooms out here, these would all be S tier mushrooms. We're ranking S tier mushrooms in their own tier system.
Yes.
Yeah.
These are all S tier already. This is the S within the S.
This is the championships.
Yeah.
Of mushrooms. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cock, mushrooms, and otherwise. Okay. So where do you put this one, Saray?
So I'm going to put velvet mushroom. That's going to be our C.
A C. Okay.
Maybe a D, honestly.
Oh, maybe a D. Oh, look, we're doing this wrong again. It's so confusing to have the same window.
It's
okay.
Listen.
All right, I'm gonna take your C. I'm gonna let that stand. But I'll be honest with you. For me, it's probably a B or an A.
Reasoning.
The velvety thing is cool. The purple is just intense. I mean, like, they are just completely purple. They're like not even like a little bit of purple on the side. It's just like. It is purple. I mean,
it's pretty good. That's why it made it to this championship tier.
But
within the tier, it's not cutting it.
All right, what about Creepo here? Bloodtooth.
That is S tier. That is horrible.
Surely
I hate
S tier. Surely an S tier.
Multiple phobias being triggered here. Trypophobia and whatever the mushroom one. We didn't look it up. There's also blood.
Mychondro.
Blood.
Microphobia.
Blood phobia.
Mycophobia.
Yeah. Listen, if it's a messed up thing. Also, horrible name. Bloody tooth. Horrible.
Yeah, like who wants to like tooth being bloody? Like teeth stuff is scary enough. Like people have nightmares about their teeth getting smashed out and stuff. Am I doing the right thing right now?
Yes.
Okay.
Horrible.
Yeah.
S tier.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, yeah, I think purple one should be higher too, Elijah, but we'll let it stand. Okay, next we've got the inky black cap.
Ooh, I think this is also going to be our other S.
You like this guy?
Maybe A. Maybe it's not quite as horrible. I'm going to say A tier.
I like A tier for this guy. I think the inky black cap is pretty cool. It looks like an acid trip mushroom.
Yeah, I thought it was AI, so.
Yeah,
it's making me question reality.
Yeah, absolutely. I think a lot of the mushrooms would do that. You have to imagine how ancient these are and how weird they must have been to people.
Yeah, who didn't have Wikipedia.
In the Paleolithic and Neolithic worlds, and people who did not have Wikipedia. And many of them learned the hard way about whether they're edible or not as well. Although very few mushrooms I've learned eating as a human will kill you outright.
Make you sick, but probably won't.
Wax parrot. This is a little glossy dude.
It's very cool. It's a very cool looking mushroom. I'm gonna say B.
B. I like B for this guy.
B tier. Like it's very cool, but
but what is it really?
Being a little shiny isn't gonna.
Beyond that, though, right?
Yeah, exactly.
The colors are cool, but also like, come on, green.
Come on, green, and the plant will get real. Come on.
Yeah, you ever see a plant?
Yeah, you ever seen grass? Come on.
Yeah. All right. Oh, I'll be green like everything else.
Get real.
Oh, I could be any color, but I'll be green. The same color as all the plants.
It's like truly,
keeping them out of A for sure. Okay. Okay. What about our classic poster boy?
D.
D.
Yes. We're already in S tier of mushrooms.
As you guys can tell, I'm really letting Cire pick the rankings here. Now we've got a mushroom in each ranking, so that means that for the blue pinkgill, the wrinkled peach, and the cock growing out of a vagina,
mushroom,
we're defining tiers at this point.
Yeah, I think yes, that was accurate. So. What is this? The blue guy?
Blue guy.
C tier.
Because he's just kind of the same thing.
Internally consistent, not as cool as purple. There we go.
He's at least as cool as purple, in my opinion, but that's why he's in C, I would say. Yeah,
exactly.
He's not cooler than purple.
He's not cool. He's not glossy like glass. He doesn't look like he's made out of resin.
Right.
All right, this is where we might get contentious because I don't actually know where to put this next one, the peach.
The peach. Yeah, I think the peach is probably C tier for me.
Yeah.
The color is beautiful.
It is, it's very nice.
And the wrinkles are neat. But other than that, the wrinkle texture is neat, but it's not super cool like the inky. Yeah. Mushrooms, basically, I'm learning there's two things that make them cool. The color and the texture.
Yes.
And then their lore.
The lore.
Yeah. Do they smell bad?
They're just like models if you think about it.
Pretty much. And I think that peach is cool color. The texture effect that's going on is interesting. But I almost like the glossy texture, and the three above, I think, are stronger textures.
Yes.
Yeah.
They all have something special besides the color.
Yeah. Okay, last but not least is penis growing out of vagina.
The intercourse mushroom?
Yeah.
Coitus mushroom?
Yeah.
Look, that's S.
That's S for you?
Listen, Daily Mail had to report on it. They had to get the Daily Mail.
Daily Mail.
They gave us some coordinates.
Stop the presses. This mushroom stopped the presses at the Daily Mail. There's
been a terrorist attack. I don't care. There's a cock mushroom.
Do you hear yourself right now? We need all hands on deck for the cock
mushroom.
There's like oh my god. Wild. Okay, yeah, definitely yes. So this is us. This is where we say these mushrooms go. Prove us wrong. I'll leave this up and
I don't know. I mean, I think. Well, I would actually put S. I would put coitus mushroom in front of blood mushroom.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I think blood mushroom for me is hard to beat.
It is horrible.
I'm trying to imagine, though, one of the things you want to think about is what happens, like think about that with all of these.
Yes.
What happens when you're walking through a forest on a hike, like you and Holly are on a hike, and you see these different mushrooms?
True.
Right. That's the way you think about it. When you see D, you're like, oh, wow, those are really like
neat.
cliche,
Yeah. Oh, I don't
just
care.
poster boy mushrooms. Like they look great. The C category, honestly, the C, B, and A category, you'd be wilded out by if you saw one of these on a hike.
I mean, that's nuts.
I mean, you're like your Instagram, my Instagram would be covered in pictures of this thing for like, I mean, that'd be wild, right?
Weeks, maybe.
Yeah,
I probably wouldn't post anything.
I'd post one picture. It wouldn't be covered.
Yeah.
I'd post it one time.
Yeah. All right, you make a good point about like, okay, you're walking through the woods and you see potentially a corpse. Actually, that's just a mushroom.
Yeah, the two S tier ones elicit a different response,
Yes.
right?
I will say this. You're doing your normal morning Daily Mail troll. You know, you're trolling through the news on Daily Mail as you do every day.
As everyone does.
Yes, as
Daily
everyone
Mail.
does every
Gets the
day.
news from the Daily Mail, hopefully.
There's two headlines.
Corpse.
Shameless penis mushroom or mushroom that looks bloody.
No, shameless. You're clicking on shameless
Yeah,
penis
you're
for sure.
Yes.
And likewise, if you're walking through the woods and you see the bloody mushroom, which, like I said, happened to me, Meg, and our friend Giselle. It was cool. We stopped. We took pictures. Pretty wild. But I mean, if you see the cock mushroom, you're posing next to it.
Yeah, you're like putting stuff next to it.
Yeah, you're measuring things next to it. You're like getting down on the ground.
Yeah. You're googling like, can I eat this?
Can I? Yeah. How? What can I get away with here?
Can I get it raw,
is
please?
This, is this endangered, or can I have a fun time here? Can I take this home? Should I take this home? Like, I found a cock mushroom. It's tragedy of the commons too, because the thing is, if you take a picture and you leave the cock mushroom, the people behind you in the hike might take it.
Yeah, exactly.
So like you're thinking tragedy of the commons right away, and you're going, I mean, if I don't take it,
someone else.
The
next person is definitely taking
the next person is taking this mushroom. So, where no one's going to touch these other ones, really. Some of them are too beautiful.
I'm definitely not touching B because the blood mushroom because I feel like I might be implicated in a murder.
No one's touching any of these. They're either too beautiful or too disgusting.
Yes.
Except for that stinkhorn.
Yeah.
You're going to town on that stinkhorn. So there they are.
Well, that's been the Mushroom Championships.
Yeah, that's it. That's the Mushroom Championships. A reminder of the vote in the poll. Pasta still winning. We'll close the poll here in a minute. Pasta is still definitely winning. All right, let's...
Really? Okay, that's fair.
Let's go back and have a look at what we're supposed to be doing here. Now, look, Sray, do you remember me asking you where are you going to be picking
Oh, well, I didn't know it wasn't time. I'm working on... We're going to pick these... boils out? What are these called?
Saray and Megan do the exact same thing, okay? I go, all right, where are you going to be painting so I can line the camera up with your shot? And so that when you're painting, just paint naturally, sit down and paint naturally.
This is how I paint naturally,
okay, and then, that's fine. I'll put the camera there. And then...
I was too far
Inevitably, immediately they switch. And then they say something like, whoa, I didn't know you were going to turn the camera on.
I'm always moving. I'm gesticulating while I paint wildly.
Sorry, I have a question. We decided we were not going to go down into the ground and paint the little... I don't think we should, right? We're not doing little bulbs down there, right?
No, we can... If you want to dry brush them with a little brush, you can do that if you want.
It's a little intense. And I think it's visually distracting.
Visually distracting. You're not going to see them from the top down anyway.
Yeah, that's how we build and design terrain now. Is how cool is it going to look from the top down?
Most of it's not even painted if you look at it from the side.
Yeah, it's not even assembled. It's just
on
it's
putty.
on popsicle sticks and putty. Yeah, a little TV magic for you guys.
Yeah.
We are excited about this board, though. We have the next batch of mushrooms. And actually, Saray, I forgot to show you, all the scatter mushrooms came too.
Ooh, nice.
So we've got scatter mushrooms that are going to be going everywhere, little tiny guys. We've got bigger mushrooms than this.
Yeah.
And that's basically
I'm very curious. That's basically it, actually.
And that's it. We've got the bigger mushrooms and the smaller mushrooms, and that's
actually
it. That's actually it. Oh. All right.
Lower back. Gotta stop. It's this painting position. It's horrible. Why would you paint like this?
I mean, I don't know.
Who would paint like this?
No, it's not Luxian contrast. I guess we should have put our recipe up.
Yeah. Who are they asking about the dark?
Jupiter was wondering.
Jupiter, it is Dollar Rowney Purple Lake.
Yeah.
Through an airbrush, the dark color. Sorry.
Around the edges.
Around the edges.
Yeah. Good call on that, by the way, Cire.
Should be. I'm going to be using this in one of the night videos.
Are you gonna have
soon.
A mushroom night?
Yes, actually.
Oh, cool.
But it won't be purple.
Okay.
I will probably use boring
red and
D tier mushrooms.
Red and white.
Yeah, true. Boring.
Could make them like a blood tooth mushroom. Be pretty nurgly.
Be very. Well, mushrooms I feel like already kind of nurgly. So
they are. I mean, they literally are associated with decay and death, right?
Yeah.
Now, I have a question for you. I've asked you this question a million times, and I'm kind of just want to check back in with you.
Yes.
And see how you're thinking. And we don't know because we don't know the rules for Slaves to Darkness in 4th edition. But I think that there's a high likelihood that chaos marking will remain a thing.
Yes.
I think for one, the sub-factions will not be related to the Chaos Gods. They'll be different.
Mm-hmm.
I suppose it's possible that we get some that tech into the different chaos markings or gods better, but like I don't think we're going to get one sub-faction as Nurgle, one Tzeentch. Like we already have those armies.
Yes.
Right. Those are the.
I think you're going to see play styles.
You're going to see playstyles, and you're going to see some that emphasize monsters, although I don't know
They don't have any monsters.
You're probably going to see one that emphasizes demon princes. You're probably going to see one that emphasizes Dark Oath.
Yeah, so I think you'll see Dark Oath, you'll see
Knights.
Heavy, and like Knights, so because they have all tiers of Knights now. You've got the Vanguard, you've got Chaos Knights, and you have Fell Riders.
Yeah.
They're getting rid of Chaos Cultists, so we won't see that.
I don't think we're going to see that. I think we're going to see Warriors, Knights / Vanguard, empty throne style.
I hope so.
I'm going to guess the Spoilers are they're called, I think, which are basically the monster thing, but it's like trying to make demon princes a thing.
Yeah.
And I think we'll see Dark Oath something.
Yeah, so right? Dark Oath Knights, infantry, and then monsters. I mean, that makes sense.
That would be my guess. Now, okay, that said, what I was going to ask you is, you are painting these different,
Knights, Vanguard.
And let's say Mark of Chaos is still a thing.
Yes.
If Mark of Chaos is still a thing, how are you feeling about your guys? And I mean, I have to be honest with you. I love the idea that you can kind of like, oh, you know what? I need to check and see if there's one that you're painting that I just painted, and I don't think actually I have. But there's a super tiny little bump. You haven't been painting those.
I don't have any super tiny little ones.
Actually, this guy had one, and it was clustered right next to the other, so I did it.
Oh, yeah, no, like these I'm skipping. Those little ones.
No, not that big, but like this big.
Yeah, I would do those.
Okay. Fascinating. Good. Oh, I mean, it immediately looks better. So, yeah, how are you feeling? Like, so, okay, for example, let's talk about some of your guys out there.
Yes.
Some of them, to me, make sense, but I'm curious what you're thinking. And I could even see some of them going in 2 different places, which I think is really cool.
Yes.
So, for example, Magma Knight. He seems Khorne, but I could kind of see him in Tzeentch. Although, I don't know how cool Tzeentch Knights are. Tzeentch Knights seem a 5-man Tzeentch Knight unit. We've talked about this.
It has potential.
It seems kind of cute. The Tzeentch spell currently in 3rd ed is like the recall, like the Salon has.
Yeah, it's like a
So you can kind of like you can recall basically 5 knights anywhere on the board.
Yes, which is quite good.
Which is quite strong. Yeah.
Yeah. So like I actually was.
We're gonna get to that, Amsterdam.
Some of them were done with a certain god, maybe in mind.
Okay.
Though not like super obvious. So like you said, Khorne Knight, right?
So yeah, like the Magma guy.
Magma Knight, yeah.
Magma guy I could see also being a Zinch.
Yeah.
Kind of weird. I don't know. If the other one's with him, like you made a Zinch Knight.
Yeah, exactly.
Although wait, Magma's Vanguard.
Yes.
Have you
I'm
made
also going to be doing a couple of the Vanguard in a more obvious.
Towards the god.
Like, for instance, here's one I'll get to.
More or less obvious, maybe even?
Yeah, so I'm going to do one that is, okay, this is clearly Zinch, and the color scheme is going to be Zinchian, but I'm going to do a lot of kit bashing, right? I'm going to be using a lot of, just a spoiler, I'm going to be using some Thousand Suns bits, so it'll be like an Egyptian style, but it'll still be the blue and gold.
Yeah.
So it's like, that's very clearly Zinch.
Yeah.
Even though it doesn't look like anything else in the army.
That said, I've often kind of thought that a lot of the Thousand Suns stuff, if you paint them red, which is how my Heresy Thousand Suns army is painted, there's like a little bit of brass going on and gold. They end up not looking like they couldn't be corn.
Yeah, they could definitely be corn.
Hey, I feel like we have a hobby emergency here with Amsterdam.
Oh, God. Okay, what's up?
You haven't met Amsterdam yet. Hopefully you get
Not
to
in
meet him.
person.
He's a super cool guy. He says, hey, Hobby Collab, I tried to Zenithal. I feel bad about this because we talked about this on Monday. I gave him a suggestion to paint Warpstone stuff using a white ink. Or like a white paint.
Yeah.
Or ink. He's using, and then to do like green and yellow, like how I did my Nighthaunt Flame, to use inks, all around inks.
Yes,
like
yes.
Okay, he says, I tried to Zenithal with airbrush with the Dollarowny white ink, but it's beading and not sticking to the model. I primed black with GW Chaos Black Spray. Any advice?
That is weird.
That is weird.
Interesting. It's beading. Huh. I mean, I think...
I wonder. Let me see. You know what he might have done? He might have gotten the wrong type of Dollarowny ink.
Oh, no.
Like I did.
Oh, did you get the wrong kind?
With that one color, remember?
I don't recall.
You don't know where this is going? You don't know where I'm going?
That's never happened to me.
Let me grab it. Okay. I'll hold them up and we'll see which type you got. We'll see what type of label yours looks like.
Oh, did you get the watercolor?
Yeah, did you get the Aquafine? This guy?
Here, do you want to...
Pass it there. Does yours look like that one, or does it look like... Well, you have one over there as well. So does your label look like that?
Aquafine.
Amsterdam?
Or does it
look like that?
FW.
If it looks like that one, then... I don't know about Cire, but I'm not entirely sure.
Yes. So there's two things you can do.
He says, yeah, which one? But better one or better two? Aquafine or big old FW on the front?
Okay, well, regardless. Amsterdam.
Yes!
Amsterdam.
Because we messed up, we were able to diagnose
yes.
why I messed up.
Here's my tip. Yeah. Don't use Dollarowny for white.
Don't use Dollarowny for white.
Don't use Dollarowny for white. Use Liquitex.
You like Liquitex? I actually like Molotov.
Or Molotov.
Yeah. Let me grab it.
Yeah.
I haven't used Liquitex, but Cire says it's good. I believe it.
Yeah. This stuff's really good. This stuff's quite good. Molotov One for All acrylic.
Expensive. 30 some bucks for that.
Pretty good.
It'll last you a while. It feels like it's packed in here in a way that
other paints are not.
Yeah, so like I have a black one that I'm just about out of, and I feel like I've been just about out of it for like 2 months.
Oh, okay.
And I keep I'm like, it's gonna squirt, it's gonna like go psh, and like run out, and it keeps like not doing that.
Yeah. So Molotov is quite good, or Liquitex titanium white ink. I feel like actually, you were saying that's expensive. That might actually be a better deal. That's a lot of paint.
It is. It's
like
a lot.
Think about like how much would this cost? Right? Like how much would this would probably cost like $7, right?
Yes.
You're definitely getting, for 4 of these, you're getting way more paint in that thing.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So.
I also, the other one I like the AK titanium white ink.
Yeah.
The inks I've liked, the whites I'm into right now are, I still like AK titanium white ink. I use that to actually. My favorite use for 8K titanium white ink is like I want to bring up a value a little bit.
Yeah.
After something's painted, for like laying down a Zenithal, I'm digging the Molotov right now, or putting other inks over top of it, like Dollar Rounty inks.
Yeah.
I'm digging. I haven't used Liquitex, but I'm also liking. I'm enjoying Monument Hobbies.
Yeah, Monument Hobbies is pretty good.
Pretty good. I don't know. Yeah, and then if I for that real heavy body white with brush, I like the Abtalong.
Yeah, Abtalong's pretty solid. I'm considering switching to Abtalong.
You like the black.
Their blacks are amazing. I thought you couldn't get better than Vallejo Model Color Black, but honestly,
what is it that you like about it? I'm curious.
It just goes on so well. Like it covers.
I feel like that's what Abtalong. All the Abtalong colors.
That's why I'm saying I'm considering switching over.
It's just that like black and white are the colors that typically you feel like you're wanting hardcore coverage on.
Yes, exactly.
I don't always feel like I'm like, want to work with this sounds kind of high maintenance, but there's a degree of cumbersomeness when you're working with Abtalong. Not just because it's in a tube and it requires a wet palette, but you do need to manage it a little bit on the wet palette. And then it's getting on your brush. It's kind of a lot. It's kind of a heavy thing on your brush. It hits a little different. And so I get what you mean. I kind of almost don't use it unless I feel like I need to use it. Yeah.
Yes, Abtalong is just built different. But yeah, I sorry that happened to you. My recommendation is probably go with the Molotov if you can fork out the $30. Just think about it like you probably won't need to replace it for a very long time.
Cass, by the way, says, sorry, can't gift. Had to return to Thanes. No problem. Cass, you don't need to apologize.
Yeah, that's good. We're just happy to see you, Cass.
Cass, hopefully you caught the stream earlier and you saw the map to the penis mushroom.
Yes.
And
There's important stuff happening.
I don't know that you can go check it out. It might not be there anymore. Probably not.
Yeah, they probably ripped all the penis mushrooms out.
Yeah, that or its natural life cycle. I don't know when that article is from. And I closed the page, and I'm never opening it again. But maybe if it grew there once, it can grow there again, though. That's the thing.
Soup said he was pretty close.
Pretty close to the penis mushroom?
Yeah. So, Soups, if you can...
Yeah, well...
Bring some when you come out. I know that's probably illegal, but just do it.
I mean, we have them out here.
Oh, we do?
They're like everywhere, yeah. You can find stinkhorns everywhere. And they all look like cocks. Some of them go up and then release a net.
You're lying.
No, wait.
You're lying. They release a sticky white net?
It is white. I don't know if it's, I don't know. A lot of them have it, actually. In fact, the ones that don't have it look almost weird. There it is.
Oh, what the hell? It's called phallus. Did you see that?
Yeah. Phallus industiatus. Yeah. Where is the mushroom?
Well, it's in the UK.
Scrub back. It's in the UK. It's in the greater London area, for sure. So it's south, but it is in the greater London area. And does anybody remember the town? Do you guys remember the town? Thank you, by the way, Cass, for the support.
Thank you.
Yeah. Hoddison. Yeah. Can you imagine being served a stinkhorn mushroom like on a plate?
Here's your Steven
or a horse
dick
cock.
mushroom. I wouldn't be able to tell the difference.
The mushroom, I think I'd be more excited's the wrong word, but more ready to eat. Weird body parts of animals they always have like a weird texture.
Yeah,
there's always some kind of weird texture.
You ever eat lingua? That's not that uncommon here.
Yeah, it's not. The taco truck right outside the street, right outside our apartment, you can go.
Oh, yeah.
That would do tacos with it. Meg actually says she likes it. I believe her. I'm just not sure I've ever seen her have it since she's known me. But she probably has. I have to say that I don't think I like it because I think it's too chewy.
Oh, interesting.
Is that right? Do I have that right, or am I wrong? Maybe it's not.
Oh, hey, Cass. I thought you said he couldn't do memberships.
But thank you. We do
But
appreciate
thank you,
it.
appreciate it.
He's excited because we told him where there's
He's
a
like, oh,
cock
thank God.
mushroom.
He's
like, you know what? They've earned this. They've earned this. I can... We appreciate it, Cass.
So, sorry, I lost my train of thought.
We were talking about... We got on this topic of eating lengua because we were...
Oh, so you're saying it's chewy. Whenever I've had lengua, it's been like very, very tender.
Okay, I'm wrong then. And maybe I'm just like projecting tripe.
Yeah, tripe is a little
Tripe
chewy.
sucks.
I like tripe in pho.
No.
You like tripe in pho?
No, I wouldn't get it. I've never had it.
Oh.
I've had tripe like 1 or 2 times in my life, and I'm like, there's no
In
reason.
what context did you have tripe? Out of curiosity, because I've never had it or even seen it outside.
Menudo.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'd probably eat it in a menudo.
And menudo's interesting. Menudo is kind of good, except for the fact that there's
tripe in it.
Yeah. And Kat was telling me that her family is, a bunch of her family is Filipino.
Yeah.
And they kind of do a version of it that just uses pork instead.
Oh, interesting.
Which I think I would prefer. And that's why I definitely prefer pozole to
Okay,
menudo as well. Yeah.
I have a question for the Brits.
Okay.
I've noticed that Mexican cuisine is not super popular amongst Brits.
It makes sense though, right?
I guess. But I'm curious, because we might subject soups to lots of Mexican food.
No, yeah, I think he's looking forward to it. But it makes sense. I mean, right? There's
not a familiarity, I guess. There's probably not a ton of Mexican.
It's about
cuisine in.
Americans. I think sometimes we forget how many different people immigrate to the U.S.
Yeah, but there's a lot of people immigrate to the UK as well.
Kind of, but like you can actually remember, the U.S. is one of the places where you can actually become a citizen with full rights. Like that's like pretty Americans forget this. That's like virtually unheard of in the world. Right?
Well, we also have a border with Mexico. So
we also have a walking border with Mexico, right? So like, and the UK is a walking border with nobody.
Yeah, it's an island.
So I guess that's a big part. And then you'd have to. I know that for a while before COVID, I remember there was a famous Mexican place in Paris.
Oh, interesting.
That everybody was like super, super into. I feel like I'm doing a much sloppier job than you on these. All I know is I'm doing.
Well, tighten up.
All I really know is I'm doing a faster job than you.
Oh, okay. I don't know
but
that.
It might also be sloppier. You were airbrushing for a little bit, but yes. I'm done, and I finished the one from earlier today too.
Oh wow. Okay. Yeah. So you're just going faster.
I mean, yeah, and I think they look okay. I don't know. It makes me curious what yours look like.
Well, everyone can see mine. Oh, you're doing right. I'm getting down to the. I'm going all the way down to the base, Zach.
Oh, I'm actually kind of being a little sloppy about that. I was sort of imagining that would like play a shadow.
Oh, okay.
But I'll go back around and be a little less sloppy. It's actually easier to hit it than I thought without getting the top.
Yeah, I mean it's honestly not a big deal because you're mostly going to see it from the top down.
Right.
So if you don't get it, it's fine. Soups is already coming out here. He's coming on vacation, so
yeah,
that's why he's gonna swing by.
Yeah, Vino is gonna be here next week.
Yeah,
and okay, we're closing the poll. Listen, pasta held the whole time. It won by quite a bit, actually. Kind of not even close. Ramen udon next. Then pizza, then burgers. Let's work our way up.
This psycho crap.
Let's work our way up. How do you feel about like a Swiss caramelized onion, shiitake, miso mayo burger?
That was a lot of words.
That's like what I make.
That was a lot of words. I thought you were going somewhere different. Those were a lot of Japanese ingredients, and then suddenly you hit me with burger. Yeah,
you make a burger.
And ramen was on there first, so sorry, I thought that's where you were going.
Like I make this burger with shiitakes and caramelized onion.
Okay.
And that goes on top of the burger meat.
Yes.
And then usually I do Havarti.
Okay.
And then when I make the mayo, I add a little bit of white miso paste into it.
Okay, interesting.
Maybe, or I've done like soy sauce a little bit in there.
This sounds great.
Yeah, but how do you feel in general about mushrooms on a bread? You got to do it right.
I think mushrooms are underutilized as an ingredient.
Same.
I love mushrooms.
Me and Brett are also big mushroom guys.
Yeah.
Steven?
Not a big mushroom guy?
Can't go near him.
Oh, interesting.
I don't think he's afraid of them, but he's very grossed out by him. And then John...
I probably grew up next to the cock mushroom.
Yeah. He's from the land of cock mushrooms.
Yeah,
so
no wonder he's afraid of them.
He's feeling constantly threatened. John, I think, also not a big mushroom guy. I might be wrong on that. No, I think John's okay with mushrooms. I'm confusing it because Steven and John both can't eat cilantro.
No.
Yeah, they have that like...
Oh, the super tasters
the
thing?
The soap taste thing.
Interesting.
Yeah. Just outing people.
Yeah.
I guess. Anyway, so okay. So I think mushroom and burger are good. Now mushroom and pizza. What do you think here?
Mushroom pizza is amazing.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Have you ever had like a pizza, like, first of all, I'm not a big white sauce guy.
We disagree on that.
Let me just right out of the gate, I'm a red sauce guy. And that means the only real way I have mushrooms on pizza is when it's like a supreme, like everything.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I think I've seen people do like, here's three, like hen of the woods, lion's mane, here's like 3 or 4 types of mushrooms on this pizza.
Dude, a mushroom medley pizza? Incredible.
Definitely seen that. But they usually do a white sauce with that. I think, right?
I think it lends itself a little better.
Yeah. And so...
you probably see the same thing with pasta, right? Like a tomato pasta versus like a creamy pasta would probably benefit from mushrooms.
Yeah, you don't really do a red. You don't really do a red sauce with mushrooms. Yeah. Okay, interesting. I'm curious what kind of sausage and mushroom pizza. Yep, that's
sauce.
Good one.
Pepperoni mushroom's amazing.
Pepperoni mushroom, yeah, okay. I for whatever reason, I'm with Amsterdam. That sausage and mushroom seems...
I would probably take that over. Isn't a pepperoni a sausage?
It is, basically, yeah. I just think a pepperoni is like, kind of goes by itself.
Interesting.
It just covers everything in its grease, which is like a good thing, kind of.
I like a good linguiça.
Linguiça, that's really common in the Bay Area, but outside of the Bay Area and Portugal, nobody knows what linguiça is.
Oh, interesting. Put it on the chart, soups. The stuff you gotta try.
Linguiça, yeah, I don't know.
Not a big...
It's fine. I'm not sure, I would be like, oh, you gotta have some linguiça.
Oh.
When you're here, I honestly, I think people would be more excited to have a Mexican breakfast than have Mexican.
I was gonna say chorizo.
Chorizo, yeah.
Soups. Have you had chorizo before?
And Mexican chorizo is actually different than Spanish chorizo.
Interesting.
They're both good.
I did not know that.
Spanish chorizo is honestly more like linguiça.
Oh, interesting. We gotta get a chorizo breakfast burrito for our soups when he gets out of here.
Oh, interesting.
That shit is life-changing.
Chorizo is good, yeah. He's going to get sick.
Yeah, that's fine.
Linguiça's at Round Table Pizza. Oh, interesting. But is that only on West Coast locations? Jupiter.
All right, Soup's already at chorizo, so we're going to say he can't have any, actually. Okay. We're gonna
but Mexican and Spanish chorizos are different. To be fair, well, I don't know how true that is actually. I won't say I'm just making stuff up on the fly, but
this is like the no pile-in rule.
No pile-in.
Yeah, there's no pile-in, and also Spanish and Mexican trees are completely different.
I think I'm kind of right on this one, but in general, I think there's different types of chorizo.
Yes, there is. That is for sure.
I want to say that I'm used to Mexican chorizo being like not in the casing.
Yes, it's much crumbly.
And it being crumbly and or not gooey, but almost like...
Yeah,
I know, like a liquidy mess.
Almost like bolognese.
Yeah, frankly. And where Spanish, I think, is usually smoked and in a casing.
Yes, like a typical...
Hey, listen, we've got mail time.
Oh, we do.
We do.
Rudy, if you're still here.
Rudy, we want to get to your mail here. I think I'm just touching up because I was a little sloppier than Cire on these mushroom bulb warts. Honestly, for lack of a better word.
Yeah, they're warts.
So let's
do mail time?
Let's do mail time. Sorry, I was like, what if I stop talking in the mid-sentence?
You okay?
What if I stop talking mid-sentence while I finish like 8 more of these real quick?
And don't say anything.
Don't say anything. Would that be good TV?
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Back to doing that now. No, I'm just kidding. Back to mail time. Okay. Here we go.
Right,
so
you grab them. I'm gonna finish this bulb.
Yeah, you do that. I'll grab the mail time. Okay. So let me also bring up where we sent a message. So one of the big things here that he sent are some tweezers. I'm kind of excited. I haven't looked at these yet. I haven't looked at any of this stuff yet. Okay, I'm kind of glancing over his message to remind myself of what different things are. Okay. Here we go. More super fun products for us to try. This is great. Rudy kind of forces us to try products. Now, we'll start with one that's not a product we need to try.
Let's go front.
But Rudy, thank you, yes. Rudy...
Actually, no. I can put the stuff here.
Put stuff there? Okay.
Yeah.
Rudy sent us some Croak Green, because you'll recall he sent us some lichen weathering powder, and he says this goes well with it. I know when I was using weathering powder, it's kind of nice to like lay down like a tint.
Is this a new thing? I've never heard of this shade.
Croak Green? No, I think it came out when they redid the line.
Oh.
Yeah.
So it is new. It's a redone.
Yes. In that regard, it's absolutely new. How close is it to Anthonian? Because they still make Anthonian.
So it's a little bit more green than as opposed to brown.
And it's got the murky thing.
Yeah. So it's like mossy.
Yeah, which makes sense why it would go with that. Okay.
Great, thank you.
He sent some graphite powder. He says...
So this is for me. He let me know.
This is for you. He was working on armor shots for the Hobby Collab channel. 2 jars of holographic powder and 1 jar of graphite powder. Graphite powder is used for action figure hobbyists and cosplayers to create a shiny metallic effect by simply rubbing the graphite powder on the surface. It works best on items primed white, gray, or black.
That's right. And the same thing's going to go for the metallic.
I've actually made bases with this stuff before.
Oh, interesting.
I made a Gene Stealer called like mining kill team, and you just like brush it on. And it's like it's super cool looking.
So
the holographic powder.
Holographic powder. Now that's funnily. I'm gonna make a video about it. Inspired by maybe not what you expect. Nails. Actually, it even says right there. Nail powder. So Holly, my fiance, likes to do nail art, and she showed me some holographic powder she showed me some holographic fingertips. You know, like someone had done some, and it was like way shinier than the holographic knight I did a couple weeks ago. We did a tutorial for it, and I was like, how do I do it like that? Like that looks 10 times better, maybe 100 times better. It looks so good. Yeah. Same process as you. Apply the powder. Rub it in with a makeup sponge, and so we're gonna see.
Do you want this or show you?
Nah, you okay. So we're gonna see.
Yes.
I'm very curious. Maybe we can do it on stream even. I don't know.
It'd be cool to use it on stream. Okay. Some other things sent. Okay, here we have the tweezer country. Now, Rudy sends a lot of tweezers, and let's see. One set of of reverse tweezers that I own, the ones with a brown handle, which I find are the best for working on any project. The multicolored tweezers have a slightly larger area to grip, while the last set has a ceramic tips which are anti-magnetic, very handy. Currently, I have a plastic set that I use for that. Oh yeah, look at these.
Ooh, yeah, shall we?
Yeah.
These are great.
Yeah, they really close.
You know what these? Actually, you know what these would be great for?
Surgery?
Yes.
Unnecessary surgery?
Weathering.
Oh, how so?
Because when you're weathering, so like if you're having to hold a sponge with some tweezers and just having to hold it, like it gets tiring.
Yeah. And these are like less tweezers and more like they call them forceps or whatever. They're self-clamping.
Yeah, they self-clamp. This looks amazing for weathering. Because, right, you just, I mean, obviously a piece of sponge would be lighter than this, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Very nice.
These are great.
Very nice. Very nice.
These are like little quality of life things.
These are quality of life things. Yeah.
Painting in general easier.
Yeah. That. Okay. Those look great. I'm going to put trash. Well, wait, I'm going to be careful here. Okay. Here. These go here. We'll put them back. Okay. So this is one set of tweezers. Rudy has said there's at least 2 other sets of tweezers. So we're like going to be. We're going to be pretty good on tweezers. Mm-hmm. You know, the other thing I have to say about tweezers that are pretty interesting, and we should send you home at least with one of these pairs because of what I'm about to say, is I don't always feel like I know or feel like I need like all the different shapes they give in a set. I kind of feel like that about a lot of things. Like they'll give you a bunch of different like drill bits and stuff. Well, drill bits are different because of sizes, but they give you like a bunch of tools that have slightly different shapes to them.
Right.
Yeah, and I'm not always sure I know the best reasons for using them. Okay, here we go.
Sorry, I was reading instructions on how to apply this.
Okay, here is. Okay, these are other tweezers. Oh, these are ceramic tip tweezers. This is great. Rudy literally just sent us anti-magnetic. These are great. These are amazing. Rudy literally just sent us. Also, speaking of non-metal, he sent us a wrench. Not a wrench, sorry, why can't I think of the word for this? Pliers that are like have this kind of same sort of interior.
Yeah. Good to see a
Shafrowski's called him 9. He was in earlier today when we were chatting Zinch.
Oh, nice.
Okay, so these, yeah, anyway, he sent a set of pliers for airbrush work.
Oh, interesting.
So you're not stripping the metal on your airbrush.
Oh.
Okay, but check these out. Oh, man, look at that there.
Yeah. Oh, these are great. Yeah, so saying these are self-closing.
Self-closing.
Very nice.
Very nice. Okay, these are amazing. And great for magnets.
Yes.
Yeah. Because they're not great for magnets.
Because they don't work with magnets.
Okay, what let's see what this one is.
Yeah, here, maybe I'll put these back on. There.
Oh, yeah.
Just so people have something to look at. Ooh, pretty.
Okay, I think this is nail art stuff. Oh, these just have a nicer grip on them. He said, the multicolored tweezers have a slightly larger area to grip. Yeah. This is great. These are just like workhorse ones here, but they have nice
grips.
Nice grip area. Oh, well, there we go. Wow, Rudy, you've spoiled us with tweezers. Meg will be very excited. Well, these are like fashionable too. They have
they're
like
very nice. Holographic.
Holographic.
Oh my god. Very cool.
That's like oil slick.
Yeah.
Yeah, oil slick. Oh, you're oil slick night.
God. You're right, I should. I didn't know how to do that, though.
Okay, now these are applicators.
Yes.
These are, I'm guessing, for you.
For the graphite powder and the holographic powder.
Okay, these are nice. Rudy also sent us some applicators. We'll have to trade. We'll go 50-50
Okay.
on that. Okay. All right. I mean, all of this is being sent to the Hobby Club. We share. Don't worry. Okay, now Rudy... silicone mats. Okay, that's what these are. Okay, so these also, you should take these, mostly Cire. Maybe, I don't know that I have a need for the silicone mat. Rudy's suggesting you might find this useful for, ooh, these are kind of nice. Rudy's suggesting you might find this useful for the graphite powder.
Yeah.
Rudy, what do you use these, yeah, it's actually that's iridescent molecule. Reminding you.
Thank you.
Yeah, remember that from the internet? Remember? Rudy, these are interesting. Do you paint? Do you get paint on these? Use air? Could you airbrush on these? Like, what do you use?
I don't want to be artistic.
Do these clean?
Oh. Well, I imagine they're good for like powdery substances, because that graphite powder is like powder. It's not like grainy sand or something. It's like it'll get everywhere.
Oh, good thing we sent you one of Rudy's vacuums.
Yeah.
Weathering powder work. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. Yeah, I find weathering. It's been a while since I've done weathering powder stuff.
We could use that on the thing we were talking about earlier, for Bridger, potentially.
Which one?
The terrain.
Which terrain?
MCP.
Oh, right. Okay, I can't get these. I'm never gonna get these back.
All right. Yeah, I'll show them though.
Yes. Okay, makes sense. We'll divvy up some tweezers. We'll send Cire home with some tweezers. These are amazing, Rudy. Thank you.
Yes, thank you so much.
Very excited about all the tweezers, if I'm honest.
I'm most excited about the holographic powder. Good times coming.
Rudy,
I'm sorry,
thank you.
Iridescent powder.
Iridescent. You've really stocked up the studio.
Yes.
And it's really nice. We appreciate
Thank
it. Very much so. Okay. Rudy, thank you. As always, folks, we do take mail. We don't need anything from any of you. Don't send us things if you are, if you're cash strapped or something. But we do have a mail address. It's in our Discord, and it's in. Actually, here's the Discord. I was like, ooh, I'm gonna have to figure out where this is. It's in our Discord. I think it's just under like intro. Announcements? I think it's under announcements.
Yeah.
Up at the top. It's pinned to the top of announcements. I'm going to say.
But yes.
That sounds actually incorrect. Oh, yep, there it is. Yeah. Pinned to the top of announcements.
Yeah. People like sending fan mail, stuff like that. So
yeah.
We want to give them an outlet for it.
Okay. I have a little bit more of this blue to put on the bubble, but I'm actually pretty close.
All right, I'm getting there too.
This is kind of the most time-consuming process.
Yeah.
Next, we are washing these.
Yeah,
right?
so we're gonna put a little bit of blue wash on them.
It's a contrast. It's what is it called? Which one?
Pilar Glacier.
Pilar Glacier.
Or something like that.
Yeah.
Very faint blue, basically a tint, honestly.
I forget, Rudy, if you're still there, what is the brand of weathering powder you sent? The lichen stuff? I can't remember. I was talking about the company's Secret Weapon Miniatures, which is defunct now. And they made weathering powders in every color imaginable. I have like all of them over there on the shelf. And I have a million. The thing about weathering powders that's very funny is when I would use them on terrain, I never know how much I need. So I always overbuy. So as a result, I have like when I did the Mars board, oh my god, I have so many red, orange, and like another orange. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going.
All right, let's do some blue wash.
Blue.
I'm just checking this. Oh, here's the one you did. Oh, I see the blue wash you did.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? I'm kind of seeing the validity of making sure I get kind of down to the edge.
Yeah.
Because the blue wash is going to get lost otherwise.
Yeah, you lose a little bit when we go back for the dry brush.
Well, no, I think the blue wash shows up great on the light blue.
Oh, I see. The purple.
It's not going to show up great on the purple.
Yeah, right.
So that totally makes sense. All right, let me find any other like really bad culprits. Look at me, torso and hair. Suddenly now I'm behind.
I know. This is what you get. You got
being lazy.
You got.
We want. I mean, we joke about the top-down view, but the reality is, we were also saying that we do photography.
Yeah.
Of the armies and armies is what we do, and so we want to be able to use things and not have like, oh, you look in the background, something was painted poorly on the side, right?
Yeah. Someone's gonna be like, oh my gosh, those the sides of those bulbous things are not painted. Disgusting.
I mean, kind of, right?
Unsubscribing.
All right. So, any advice as I start to wash?
Try to move it towards the edges. Keep in mind that we're going to come back and do a little bit of dry brush on top of these. So, if it's a little splotchy, don't fret too.
Okay. Oh, by the way, Rudy, this is like my favorite tool that you've sent recently. It's probably still the vacuum, in all honesty, but
the vacuum's a game changer.
The vacuum is a game changer.
All right. So I gotta let this dry for a little bit, but maybe I'll move on to the other one.
Oh, the other mushroom?
Yeah, because I just painted some of these, so I gotta wait for it to dry. Maybe you can hand me one that is more dry. Cool. All right, so we're gonna start working on the king mushroom. This is the big one.
The big guy.
Although still not nearly as big as the trees that we're gonna be getting soon.
No, the trees are big.
All right. Oh, I gotta re-wet my dry brush over here.
Okay. There you go. This guy's going to take me like 30 seconds to wash. He's so tiny.
You say that. Hey, Bartok. What are you doing? Hey, buddy. All right. So
I'm trying to kind of push it towards the bottoms.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, just don't fret too much.
Because of the dry brush, yeah.
All right, so yeah, I'm going to grab this Pilar Glacier. And here we go. It's pretty light blue.
Yeah, Bartok has been hanging out with Cire and I all day, actually.
Yeah, he's just chilling.
By hanging out, I mean...
being asleep.
Totally passed out. Right behind Cire, the wheel of Cire's chair, so his head can get crushed.
Bartok does this thing where he knows where the least convenient spot to sit is, and he goes there.
Yeah. Him and I have gone into it a few times in the kitchen when I take a step back from like a hot, like French fry oil.
And he's like, "Hey, I'm sitting
just
here."
Like, oh, you tripped on me up.
You should feel bad.
I know. Oh yeah, man, this looks great. I'm so excited for the mushroom board. I'm so excited. You know, one of my favorite things is I love this whenever I make a new board while I was at tight ends, and then we get the first like top-down view.
Yeah.
Of the board, and you see, yeah. Very exciting. So Ray, anyway, we kind of interrupted your I was asking you this to talk to me about like how you see these nights if the mark thing is still a thing, right? Like what is your plan? Are you not worried about too much? Are you just making whatever and saying this is cool and I guess it could be this? Are you kind of thinking about it at all? Like you definitely have a few that could be Nurgle. You've got the Flesh guy.
Who I think would also work as Slaanesh.
Could also work as Slaanesh.
Or Tzeentch, honestly, because of the eyes.
Or, even Tzeentch. You've got the glowing green guy. I feel like he could work as...
He could be Khorne or Dep. I think I was leaning Tzeentch with him.
Undivided might also be a thing.
Oh, yeah. Any of them could work as Undivided.
Yeah.
Because none of them are that specific.
Yeah, so I'm kind of curious, like, are you thinking about it as you make them, or are you... Yeah.
I'm trying to paint them in a way that is somewhat even. But honestly, okay, so this is a question. I'm curious, chat, what do you think for all the Chaos players out there? If they bring marks back, are we getting a mark of the Great Horned Rat?
Oh, man.
They said they're pushing that he is now a full god.
All right,
They did the picture with him. They did the family picture.
Family photo. He got in.
Yeah,
he's in.
So, what? I mean, I don't know what his power would be. The Great Horned Rat is kind of like a weird god of chaos, right? Because he's kind of all the other gods, but like in a gross way. Is the only way I can.
Well, hear me out. A couple thoughts. Hear me out. One, I'm going to guess that Great Horned Rat absolutely does not make it into the index.
Oh, okay.
But
fair.
maybe the 4th ed battle tome.
Fair.
Okay, but I doubt that even, and here's why. I'm suddenly sort of realizing with the Great Horned Rat and with people like where they've gone with Slaves to Darkness in the past year or so.
Yeah.
I think they're much more interested in the Be'lakor v. Archeon element,
which I love,
than they are. I think this is going to become a purely undivided army.
Interesting.
I think there's a chance you might not see any marks at all, and that they're going to, and Dark Oath as well. And the Dark Oath lore literally is like, yeah, they kind of follow them, but like,
really, they don't care.
Really, they're right. These are mortals following leaders of chaos gods. Yes. Not chaos gods. They're following Abraxia. They're following one of the Dark Oath chieftain guys. They're following Be'lakor. They're following people that know more about the chaos gods than them. But everybody, all of these chaos leaders, none of them are pledged to one god.
That's true.
So the whole army really lacks a pledging to a god. And meanwhile, you've got 4 plus now Skaven, 5 armies that like
are specific.
And then, what happened to the other Chaos army that's not specific? It's gone.
Oh, yeah,
right?
that's true.
Yeah, so I genuinely think we're going to see a heavy emphasis on this army, lore-wise, rule-wise.
The marks are gone.
Marks are gone. It's undivided. That's why you play this army. There's no more Khorne Varangard. There's no more Nurgle Varangard. Maybe. I don't know.
It would be a large shift. That's for sure.
It'd be a large shift, but it makes I believe it makes a degree of sense. From a cleanup kind of thing, like in this world where I believe Matt Rose is trying to kind of clean things up and make things more obvious and lore wise, and what's something else that just honestly, even the loss of Battle Shock is sort of a step in that direction. It's kind of like, listen, if you're getting into a war game, you actually, as a kid or a young person or whatever, or like even a young adult, honestly, thinking about how your army runs away randomly during battle is probably not something you're either thinking about, or B,
want to experience,
right? And so, if you want to play a game where you have to suffer realities, go play Napoleonics, right? Like, go play Ancient Rome, or what? Go play Muskets and Tomahawks. Like, don't play this game. Like, no, they're not running away. Like, everything is ready to fight. The people who ran away already ran away before the battle started, right? Whatever it is, like, you don't need to experience that in game, and it cleans it up, right? Like, oh, you mean my guys just run away sometimes? Like, what? Like, so I don't know. I kind of like it, and I kind of am wondering if part of the cleanup is going to be like, look, Slaves to Darkness are a little confusing. You make a whole army, and then you find out that your whole army also all kind of pledged to different parts of another army, but they're not in that army. What is the difference between a Tzeentch Knight?
Yeah.
And a mortal in Disciples of Tzeentch. We just don't have a knight unit in Disciples of Tzeentch.
Yeah.
Right? But we have knights in Khorne. We have 2 knights in Khorne.
That's true.
We have knights in you and I were looking at this. We were looking at cheap horsemen that you could ally in.
Yeah.
Right? Like, what army needs knights? Like Slaanesh and Khorne. When you make knights in the game right now for Slaves of Darkness, what marks do you give them? Slaanesh and Khorne.
Yeah.
Right?
Honestly.
And
Nurgle's quite good. But.
Nurgle was always good, but like what army, what god specific army has these, right?
Yeah.
Slaanesh and Khorne. Like, they've got knights. What army is grinding infantry?
Nurgle.
Maggotkin, right?
Yeah.
Like, Khorne does not have grinding infantry. They're fragile. They don't last long, and they don't, frankly, even hit that hard.
Yeah.
Right. Like,
they should be. They should be.
They should hit a little harder, right? Archers, Slaanesh, right? Magic stuff, Tzeentch, right? Like, so I don't know. I could see, like, if I was cleaning up, this is actually what I would probably do. I'd probably be like, we're gonna pull away from slaves having access to marks. We're gonna say.
I don't think they'll do. I don't think they'll go that
far. Here's
far.
the other reason. It's exactly what. Sorry. Yeah. It's exactly what we're talking about with you. Like, they want people to be able to paint their stuff and not then be beholden to something, or feel beholden to something.
That's true. I mean, that's why they're getting rid of the specific sub-faction type stuff, right?
Right. Yeah. I think. I'm.
Is this your tinfoil hat?
This is my tinfoil hat. We'll find out soon. I mean, they're gonna show. Okay, they're gonna show Slaves to Darkness.
Soon. They got to do it soon. I'm surprised they didn't start with. Maybe they'll end with it.
Yeah.
Because that's the big reveal is.
No more marks. Yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think in chat? Am I crazy? Is this tinfoil hat, Zach, or am I onto something here?
I think it's okay. Identity-wise, I don't think you can do that. I think you can get away from. I think you can not have marks. Mm-hmm. But I don't know if you can get away from the gathered horde of disparate tribes who all worship different gods. I think that's too core to their identity.
Yeah, I just don't know that lore-wise. I guess I just don't know that you need to show it in rules.
Yeah,
I guess
that's true.
What I'm suggesting. I like.
Oh, this one needs. Zach, you completely missed these ones.
Did I miss a whole? Did I miss a whole?
You didn't miss a whole thing. It's just like.
Which one?
This one.
Oh. Ooh.
I could see. Okay, this is going to be a weird thing. In 9th edition Warhammer 40K, the way Space Marines worked is they had different.
Sorry, Chaos Space Marines?
No, Imperial Space Marines.
Okay.
They would have different strategy phases. So like they'd have doctrines is what they're called.
Yep.
They would have the, like Devastator Doctrine, Assault Doctrine, Tactical Doctrine, so on and so forth.
Yeah.
I wonder if they do something like that. They're like, all right, the eye of the gods are on you. Whose eye is upon you now? It is, Khorne's eyes are upon you.
Oh, that'd be cool.
So you get +1 attack and melee for your entire army. Nurgle's eye is upon you. You get a +1 to your ward saves or something.
Yeah, or like you can't pick like opposing gods who hate each other. So you can do like Tzeentch and Khorne.
Yeah, so you can't do them in a certain order.
You can't do who does Tzeentch hate? Nurgle and Tzeentch.
Yeah, they can never be next to. You can never do them next to each other in order, stuff like that. That'd be an interesting. Look, there's 5 turns. There's 5 gods. Because the Great Horned Rat's a god now. I'm telling you.
Yeah. Oh my god. Okay, let's do fan stuff.
Sweet, let's do it.
Bartok is desperately trying to get out. If Megan is
sick
watching,
I'm sick of these.
Megan is watching. Bartok is chosen now after being here for about 6 hours with me today.
He doesn't want to hear your Eye of the Gods bull crap.
He's like, this is bull crap. I'm marking.
Yeah. I'm gonna mark my territory out once I get out of this room.
Oh, Rudy, thanks. Yeah, I was talking about how the Badger paint mixer doesn't fit into some bottles. It doesn't fit into AK. It doesn't fit into Turbo Dork. That's Rudy. Thank you for sending them a message. I genuinely doubt they're gonna tell me to put it in another bottle or something, or they're offering me a competing product. But I do appreciate it. Okay. Fan stuff. Here we go.
Stuff.
Yeah.
Also, so I've seen some people throwing out what would Skaven do. Yeah, I don't know what the Great Horned Rat would do.
Here's one of the reasons I kind of don't think we might get marks is because the army rules, like army-wide rules, are pretty limited.
Okay.
And so, like for example, like if you give them like all Tzeentch does right now, you and I saw it.
Yeah.
You and I saw what Skaven does. Skaven lets you fall back and not take damage.
Yeah, they seem to be paring down the battle traits.
The battle traits. So, like, if you give them if you let people take a mark for the Great Horned Rat, I mean, fall back and not take damage. Like, I mean, that's not even that great, to be honest with you. D3 mortal wounds isn't a big deal, right?
He's a gnaw-hole.
Yeah, most other rules are based around things that we know aren't going to be the case, right? Like Tzeentch, what are you going to do? You're not going to let everybody catch everybody on fire. You're not going to do a weird flame or whatever all over the place. So like, what are you going to do? +1 to cast, I guess, or these little kind of. I mean, so many of them. Some of them are impactful, but some of them are just so benign too and time wasting. Like, on a 6-up, I ignore the spell. Like, you're not going to do that.
I'm telling you, Slaves to Darkness is where all the actual powerful stuff of the gods are going to be.
Maybe.
So like something they do in the Total War games for Tzeentch is they have this thing called Barrier.
Okay.
So it's just like an extra health bar that regenerates.
That's like a shield. It's like a Protoss shield.
Exactly. It's like a Protoss shield or a Halo combat shield or whatever.
Yeah.
Just do that. It'll be like rotate ion shields.
Rotate
rotate Tzeentch shields.
Okay. So we've got some fan stuff.
Okay.
Let me make sure I know whose stuff is whose.
Okay.
And pull that up here. So this right out of the gate, Lisby. Yeah, Lisby looking good here. This is the new Terminator?
That is the new Terminator.
One of the new Terminators.
Terminator Librarian.
Okay.
Very good.
Looking good. Love the base. Excuse me. Love the blue shade. Yeah.
I love the runic glow.
Yeah, loving the runic glow. Looks nice. What's really good actually on here is the what do they call it? Purity seal? The paper.
Purity seal.
Good paperwork. Very nice, Lisby. Thank you. This is our dear supporter, Cody.
Hey, Cody.
Painting a little MCP terrain.
That might be in our future.
That's definitely in our future. This looks great. I'm sure he's doing this for a commission, I want to guess. I don't know.
Ooh, it looks very good.
But it looks very good. I mean, not that changes anything. Cinerama. Nice.
Very good. Very nice.
We have this one. Soups. I went with the capes here on this one, Soups. He's got a front view, of course. Look at Soups also changing up his signature.
Oh.
By the way, Soups puts his name on these. We often forget to remind people that's not a bad thing to do.
Yes, we appreciate it.
It's very handy. At this point, we could probably always identify Soups's because he takes them the same way on his outdoor glass table. But Soups, these look great. Adding more sisters. He's kind of like building a side sisters army.
Yeah. You got to get back into 40K, dude. You got to do it.
I know.
Not that you play sisters or anything, but
I know. I'm digging his pavement bases on these.
Oh yeah, very nice. A little bit of cork.
Okay, this was this Madman? No, this is Andy B.
Oh, very nice.
Very nice, right? Yeah.
Very moody.
When he started, yeah, exactly. When he started with this color palette, I was kind of curious how it would, if it would pop.
It would translate, yeah.
If it would translate. It seems to be though, and he's doing a good job with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, very moody. Looks good. Looks like desert lighting.
Yeah.
Dusk or dawn in the desert. Looks very good.
Looks good. And also just cool Eldar. It fits with the Eldar surprisingly well. I would have always thought the Eldar you want like bright, clean.
But you kind of want that. Yeah, he's got like this like blended into the. It's a ranger too in this case. Filippo. Yeah.
I can tell.
Yeah, looking really good. This is one of the Warcry or Underworlds guys.
Oh wow, it's crazy. That's an amazing, amazing paint job. Amazing model too. Yeah. Look at the back of his
that thing.
Oh, what do you call
those
that?
things we all hate.
Yeah. What do they call it? The collar? Not a collar.
Yeah. I don't know.
You know, vampires wear them.
Yeah, I know. Half Stormcast wear them. Half of Age of Sigmar wears them, but nobody knows what they're called.
It's amazing. That popped collar.
This looks great. I love the glow in the owl eyes, and I love his eyes.
Yeah, they're really good.
Yeah.
And the gold. The gold's really good.
The tufts. There's the alien grass tuft. Spotted.
Oh my god.
Spotted product. Oh my gosh.
It popped open.
Here, do you need this? You might need more than one.
I just spilled Pilar Glacier everywhere. It's good thing I didn't shake it harder.
It
popped open.
All right, Rashawn only sometimes gives us close-up shots. Not this week, but it's nice to take. We're
taking stock of the
That's what he's doing, right? So he cranks these out. He's got just an insane amount, and I like when he submits these pictures that shows what's going on. Look at this table. Looks like the guy teaches art class.
Yeah. You an art teacher, Rashawn?
Yeah.
Angron.
This is good. This is a good Angron. I gotta say, man, this is the maybe one of the times I like your Angron. This guy's good. I've seen a couple other, but man, I just freaking hate this kit. I hate this interpretation of Angron. But I really like the red he's done here. The red versus the black, where he didn't phone in the black. He went in. He highlighted it up to white. I mean, look, that's like crazy. Look at the glow on the sword.
It's a great model.
This is a really nice job.
Look at the glow on the sword.
Yeah, this is Zacharias, by the way.
And them glowing green eyes.
The glowing green eyes. But God, I hate this model. How do you feel about this model?
It's not my favorite of the Primarchs. It's my least favorite of the Primarchs. Actually, no, I take that back. Gilliman is the least favorite of my Primarchs, of the Primarch models.
Oh, okay. I was thinking for a second. I forgot about the Loyalist ones.
Yeah. But I think you did a great job on it. That red and that black. And yeah, it's great. Super cool. Man, that glowing's so good on the sword.
I mean, on the eyes, too.
On the eyes, too.
Yeah.
Good job on that.
This is very good, Zacharias. This is amazing. Yeah, I'm loving this. Okay. Next, we've got, why do I know who this is? Oh, this is Polychrome.
Okay. What's up, Polly?
Polly, I want to ask Polly what this is for. He mentioned it. It's for some game. It's for like a board game or something, I think, or like some other game he plays. I can't remember. But these guys just look like so just so grimy. I mean, I see a necromancer in the back.
Yeah, I see a necromancer in the back. So is this like Mordheim or something?
Yeah, I don't know.
They almost look like these old Warhammer. They're Warhammer Fantasy. It looks like based on the pants.
Okay.
Empire,
Right, yeah.
Empire.
Oh, yeah.
They look great.
Yeah, they look really good.
Yeah, is this from Wartime?
I forget. We can ask.
Or I guess it could be Old World. But they're on round bases, though.
He lives in the EU time zone, Central EU. He's probably sleeping right now.
Wow, lame.
Okay.
Storm. Is Bryce?
This is not Bryce.
Not Bryce. I know he's doing something.
Bryce is.
He's doing gold. That's right.
Bryce is cranking out. Who is this? Do I not remember who this is?
Stuff.
I can check though. I'm sorry, whoever.
Well, while you're talking about that, I'm gonna say it looks great. I really think GW switching to the silver and blue scheme is great. I think it looks really good. Really gives off that knights in shining armor vibe. Also, great job on the feathers there. On the what is that? A griff guy?
On Griff Guy, yes.
Yeah, on griff guy.
Soy Sumer.
Soy Sumer. Oh, hey. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is great.
This is great.
Yeah.
Again.
Also, is this a kit bash? Because I'm looking at the pieces and I'm trying to figure out
I
actually.
don't really know where this is from.
Because he has two weapons, and I don't know if that's the Bastion Carthalos
I don't think so.
head. I don't know. Yeah, what is this?
No. Bastion Cathalos is either is like bald.
No. I'm saying the crest. That's what I'm saying. I think this is a kit bash.
The top part of him.
There's like a Custodian Misericordia. What is this? Wait. Yeah. Now the more I'm looking at this, like, what is this?
Lord from Dominion.
Lord from Dominion. Okay.
Okay.
Maybe that's not a custody.
Another thing I want to call out about in fan stuff right now, Hobby Finished, we call that in the Discord, is there's some really good pictures of some stuff by Devin. I didn't include it here in fan stuff, but you can get some really good pictures of one of his vehicles, and then also his Night Crow guy.
Yeah. Oh man, we painted those and he made us look silly.
Yeah. Go check it out. He's got with the dog and with the wine bottles and stuff. It looks rather amazing.
Yeah. Really good.
So are we at a good stopping point? I did get the dry brushing, I think, done on this one.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
You beat me to it.
Show
all right.
that guy
Yeah,
off.
I'll show it here. Can you swap back? All right, so here's the one without dry brushing. You can see it's blue. It's a little splotchy. Here it is with a little bit of dry brushing. So it's cleaned up, right? It almost looks like the blue is glowing almost a little bit, right?
Yeah, actually, I kind of like the blue wash getting down on the purple.
Yeah.
It is giving it like a little bit of like a glow effect,
Yeah.
which I kind of am into.
So this is the next step, the one I'm shaking right now. So you got to do a little bit of dry brush of that light blue, the blue we were using to dry brush earlier.
Yep.
On top of there, and then we're gonna be done.
Yeah. Amazing. Okay, so we want to remind folks before we head out for the evening, we are working a new schedule here for the time being.
Yes.
Cire and I are, at least Cire and I, for now it's just been Cire and I, are doing a one of those shows where two idiots on the internet
talk at you
about something you could have just read yourself.
Yeah, we over-explain it and spend an hour reading an article that could have taken 5 minutes.
Yeah.
But hey.
But hey, more of you watch that show than this show, and so apparently that's what the people want.
Yeah. So we're going over the new rules that are previewed on Warhammer Community until 4th edition drops, because that's where we're getting the rules
Tomorrow's Ogres.
Yeah, it's exciting.
One of my first AOS army. Yeah, very excited. So that's one thing we're doing. May is wrapping up, folks. Last reminder, just a reminder about our monthly challenge.
That's right.
Crowing for it, #crowing for it. Don't forget. We actually there were a couple entries today I saw actually. Some of the stuff we even looked at in fan stuff was entered. So just remember, use the #crowing for it. You put it in the relevant channel. We give away a fancy color Discord title. You get control over this Castle and Crow mini Soups' painting. One little section of it. He's gonna tell you what it is. You're gonna tell him how to paint it. At the end of the year, someone's gonna win that mini, and it's kind of hilarious. And then we also typically send out physical prize if you're comfortable giving me your address.
Yes.
And the physical prize is pretty good.
Pretty good.
I'll be honest, it's inspired by Rudy. Yeah. The theme for this month, the last couple of days here, is power. We're sort of lax on the theme, but also we appreciate when people...
You get bonus points if you stick to the theme.
Bonus points.
Yeah.
Only 2 days left. Thanks, Soups, for the exact reminder there. So please get something in. You guys are all doing a ton of hobbying anyway. Why not? Just throw the hashtag up. Yeah. Cire, we did it. We're going to be... Listen, Wednesday, for a while, is going to be mushroom time. Mushroom board
it's
time.
all for the board. It won't always be mushrooms, but it won't always be
mushrooms.
It's for the mushroom board.
Yeah. Next week, we're doing more. I don't know exactly what we're doing.
It might be the big trees.
If they're here.
Yeah.
I think they do get here soon in the next couple of days. You guys are going to kind of get to see this board come together. We are taking also a lot of other footage. So we can kind of put out, we want to put out just a video that shows two people going through the whole process of just going from 0 to a full board with all kinds of crazy stuff happening on it. So we're excited for that as well. Cire, anything else?
If you have a Chaos Warband, if you paint Chaos, anything Chaos, doesn't matter, Maggotkin, Disciples of Tzeentch, Chaos Space Marines, tell me a little bit of lore.
Yeah.
Leave it in the comments after the stream is done.
Yep.
You can also join the Discord. There should be a channel now, potentially. Soup said he would make one. It might be up, might not be. But if it's not, leave a comment on this video. Tell me a little bit about your Chaos Warband. Maybe tell me a color scheme. If you're on Discord, maybe leave a picture. And I'll paint it up and add it to the Studio Slaves to Darkness Evil Bretonnia army.
It is here. It's under Hobby Channels. It's called...
Calling the Banners of Chaos.
And there's some submissions
nice.
Submission already, yeah. So get that. That's really where I would tell people to go.
Yes.
The YouTube comment section, if you're not in our Discord and you don't want to be in our Discord...
which is fine.
But I'd encourage you to reconsider because you can go send a picture. And that's going to give Cire a better idea of if he's like, oh, yeah, I want to do this.
Yeah, so just an example before we close out. Someone mentioned the Chaos Cultists that are going away. So there's a good chance there's going to be a Corvus Cabal Knight in the army or a Splintered Fang Knight in the army.
Corvus Cabal sounds like he matched Dark Oath stuff too.
Yeah. That the whole bird aesthetic.
Okay, very awesome, very cool. I think we did it. A big thanks as we wrap up here. A big thanks to our mandrills. Oh, there's the thank you, Soups. Big thanks to our mandrills, as always. Folks, if you're not in the Discord, my last pitch to ask you to join it here for today. Tomorrow, Cire and China Ogres.
Yes, right.
Yeah. Okay, I think that does it. As we like to say, be kind to each other, be kind to yourselves, and always be creating. Bye. Peeps.